without further ado, David.
You guys hear me okay? Am I speaking up? First off, since I am a geek, I mentioned this earlier. Has anybody ever seen one of these called a MiFi? You've seen the little laptop USB keys that plug into your laptop so you can have internet access? This is something similar, but instead of having it just for one computer, it creates a Wi-Fi hotspot, and you can hook up to 5 devices to the same signal. So if you're in a small office or something like that, you can plunk this down in the middle of your office and have your BlackBerry, your laptop, and your desktop all wirelessly connected to one spot. Verizon makes these, Sprint makes these. In fact, Sprint just came out with I think announced yesterday at CES, that they have a 4G version of this where if there's WiMAX available in the city you are in or traveling to, it'll take that and not it'll revert back down to dyejo. So just a neat little tool to throw in your bag, have a Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go, and connect multiple devices. So, I wish Verizon had paid me for that. Start out, I was asked just to kind of go over a very basic overview of maybe 60 seconds each on what blogs are, what Twitter is, what Facebook is, and how they're a little different. This is my personal blog. The reason why I put this one up there is because I absolutely love the place I work. Richard 7 is fantastic. And I hate to say that my coworkers are just like me. For our department Christmas party, the creative department went out and saw a fantastic Mr. Fox. Has anybody seen that? A couple people. I didn't want to see it, to be honest. I thought it was really stupid, but I enjoyed it. But I got in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning the night before. I have a 2.5-year-old and a 7-month-old, which is why I was tired. And so I got to sleep at about 2, and was getting to the end of the movie. I thought, you know what? I need to take a nap or I can finish the movie. And so I pulled my jacket behind my head in the theater and just slouched down, and I was out. And I missed the last 20 minutes of the movie. And when I woke up, the credits were rolling, and the theater was absolutely empty, and my coworkers just left me there. And I thought, you guys are jerks. And then I thought, it's totally okay, because I would have done the exact same thing to anybody else in my office who would have done it, so it was okay. But this is just one example of how a blog, it's just a personal, blogs in the most general sense of the term are websites that are easily updatable, that the content is in reverse chronological order. To create this post, this is actually a service called Posterous, where all you do is email post@posterous.com. The subject line of your email is that title, My Coworkers Are Jerks, and then the body of it are image attachments and your email. And you hit send and it posts automatically for you, reformatting photos, audio, video, it's automatically displayed there. And that's just the generic template it came with. Or you can post from the web, it's as simple as that. Put in the title, put in the body copy, and go. As soon as you hit create, it's live for the world to see. This is Richter 7's blog, blog.richter7.com. Now this is customized a little more. We've put some branding into it. We're not using a generic template. And then an actual post I wrote around Halloween. Also takes those branding elements, but the layout changes slightly with an individual post. This is how branding and marketing can affect the undead, such as zombies. For example, understanding their target audience. Most people, the idea of voluntarily entering in a place believed to be haunted is alluring only to stupid teenagers. This seriously limits your target audience. Little kids aren't going to go into a haunted house because it looks scary, right? And older people aren't going to go in because it looks scary. And so you've got these 20-year-olds that you always see in the movies going into haunted houses where they're the fastest, strongest, and hardest to catch. So the whole idea of having a haunted house, as far as marketing is concerned, is completely backwards. And so this whole post is about how just being a little funny about it, taking some generic marketing principles and applying them to zombies and how they could find more food around the house, as it were. So that's blogging in a nutshell. You can have it personal, you can have it a business one, you can have personal ones focused on a specific area or niche. And then there's Twitter, which is what is referenced called microblogging. So instead of having an entire blog post to write, you have to communicate your thought in 140 characters or less. And the whole premise of it, it started out back wanted to easily update their friends on what they were doing. So if I was at a club or I was out going to dinner and I wanted my friends to know about it, I could send a text message in. That's why it's a